Right, and I believe we're live on this Solo Play Monday. It looks like I'm going to take on Eldritch Horror. I unboxed this a little bit earlier today, um, and now I'm going to fight the forces of evil. I'm fighting against Azathoth. I'm going to show you this guy's name, and you can figure out how to pronounce it. Azathoth. So that'd be Azathoth, or Azathoth. We'll call him Applesauce because it's more fun to say, number one, and a lot easier to say, number two. So that's what's going to go down. Okay. Learned to play it for the first time today. So I think I've got the idea. I picked a new guy. I ran a solo, or not a solo mission. I ran the same mission with this guy earlier with my wife, Carrie, and she played as Lily Chen, and I played as the jazz singer guy. That you can see him on the unboxing. But I'm picking Mark Harrigan. He cannot be delayed or detained unless I choose for him to be. And he also has a lot of health. Not a whole lot of mind, but he has 4 dice for will tests, 4 dice for strength tests. He's going to really be bad at lore tests, though, so I'm going to try to stay away from those with this guy. And maybe work on advancing his observation and influence abilities. Okay, so now that we got that underway, I got to get this board back in focus here. The Doom track is going to start at 15. It's right here. So I have basically, once this gets to 0, Azathoth is going to wake up, flip over, and some more badness is going to happen. I've got my handy dandy tray of tokens, damage and health, or damage, health damage and mental damage. Some clue tokens are in there. I'm supposed to spawn a clue token for setup. So let me do that. In the heart of Africa, clue token goes there. I put a Eldritch token and start the Doom or the Omen track on the green comet. So that's all in place. Already have the 4 cards here for. This is called the reserve. I can buy these cards. They're items. This one's an ally, so I get a friend here. I'll have a friend in her, or I'll have a friend in him. For the Toy Story 4 lover in you. Okay, so I get 2 actions per turn, and that's all I get. It's not a whole lot, but they don't do a whole lot. I guess they don't do a whole lot either. I don't know how this is really going to turn out solo. It's going to be kind of crazy. That I do know. So first up, what do I want to do? Oh, I have to draw a mystery. That's what I have to do. Comes with 4. I only need to solve 3 to win the game. So I'm going to draw my first mystery, and it is the true name. Fragments of Applesauce's true name exist in forgotten tomes. It is said that if a person speaks his name aloud 3 times, the blasphemous sound will grant the speaker great power. Now, I can't speak his name once, so I don't know how I'm going to do this. But when it enters play, place a number of Eldritch tokens equal to half of the players, each on a random space. How you determine a random space, by the way, is you just grab a clue token here, and there will be a space on it. Number 17 it is. So an Eldritch token goes on space 17. Right there. As an encounter, an investigator on a space containing an Eldritch token may attempt to find information about Applesauce's true name. He may spend 2 clues to place that token on this card. At the end of the Mythos phase, if there are Eldritch tokens on this card equal to 1, because there's only 1 player, I solve this mystery. So basically I have to go here, spend 2 clue tokens, and I'll solve this mystery. So now I have to go find clue tokens, which right now there's only 1 in the heart of Africa. So that tells me where I need to go on my first turn. Plain and simple. Like, now that I better make sure I set up the rest of the game, because that'd be silly if I didn't, and then life stinks. All right, clue token, yes. Spawn a number of gates. See? And I didn't spawn a gate either. Take it nice and slow before I start. If I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose by the rules. Okay. So I'm going to put the gates here, and I spawn a gate token on London. And whenever you spawn a gate, you draw a mystery monster from the, check this out, the Cthulhu monster bag. This doesn't come with the game. This is a bag that my wife picked out at Origins, and it's funny that it kind of suits what we're doing. She has this very satisfied smile. So it's a skeleton. It has no markings up in the corner here. So I'll show you. If it did have markings up in the corner, if it was green, we would have an effect when it comes into play. But there isn't one, so we don't do anything when it comes into play. All right. Off to the side here, off the camera, you can't see it. That's the decks of cards with all the encounters. So, I mean, there's a ton of stuff in this game. So we're going to just take it nice and slow on our way to Space 17. How do I want to get there? One of the things I learned, by the way, Istanbul has a better chance to improve my influence because it shows the influence logo here. Rome has a better chance to improve my will, but I have a pretty good will. So I think I want to take the road through Istanbul. That's what I'm thinking. Which will be, I got one movement to go here and one movement to go here because the train tracks goes kind of zigzags here. It doesn't run through the middle of Eastern Europe. So I'm going to just take a move action and a move action, and then it will end my turn. Now at the end of my turn is the encounter phase. In the encounter phase, I can choose to take a generic encounter card, which has these backs here, or the orange specific backs since I'm in, come on now, since I'm in this color space. Istanbul is this one right here. Since I'm in Istanbul, I can take that specifically. So I think I'm going to take that. I'm going to make sure these shuffled. Just shuffle them a little bit before I start taking cards. And let's see what it says. Istanbul. Come on now. See a horrid apparition slowly ascending the stairs and have the immediate impulse to run away. Use my mind. If I pass, I discover that it wants only to take revenge on the murderous cultists for all of their victims. Improve my handshake. If I fail, I'm overcome by terror and gain a madness condition. So here's how passing and fail works. I have a mind of 4, so I get to roll 4 dice. A 5 or a 6 is a success. Anything less is a failure. I only need to get 1 success. And I did not. So I fail. I gain a, where was it here? I gain a madness condition. Condition cards are here. There's lots of them. I just got to dig through and find the madness condition. I'm not stoked about that. I need to fix some lighting in here real quick too. Is madness going to seriously be the last card in this deck? Oh, I don't even see madness in here. Gain a madness condition. Dark Pact, back injury, paranoia, debt. Okay. I'm going to read it again. Gain a madness condition. I don't see a madness condition, and I'm not going to take time on the stream to find a madness condition. Can you hit that light, please? See if we can do something about this. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. I was trying to show this card. Well, let's just do it that way. Okay, so I can't find the madness condition. I don't know what to do about that. So I'm just going to move on. I failed. That's that. Nothing awesome happened. Nothing bad happened. We'll leave it at that. Mythos deck. Oh, I didn't create the Mythos deck, and I need to do that real quick. Doggone it. Okay, I need 1 blue. Sorry, gang. Thought I was prepared, but I was absolutely not quite. 1 green. Hey, you found madness. Awesome. So I need 2 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue. for that stage. Shuffle that up. I need 2 green, 1 blue, and 3 yellow for stage 2. Again, there's like so much to set up and do in this game, but it all makes sense when it's said and done. And then the last one is 2 green. You can just hand me one. And 4 yellow. 2 green and 4 yellow for the last stage. Now there are ways to make this easier and harder. I did not choose to make it easier or harder. I just did it regular. So, madness. There we go. When I perform a rest action, I may roll a die on a 5 or 6, get rid of this. Test my mind. If I fail, flip this card. I'm not allowed to see the back of this card. So if I get that little fireball symbol on this Mythos card here in a second, I'm going to have to do it. So let's see which top Mythos card I get. I get the Windwalker. Ongoing rumor. So first I spawn a clue token, and then I put 4 Eldritch tokens on this card. And it says, when it enters play, put the Windwalker Epic Monster on space 4, and put 4 Eldritch tokens on this card. So I've got to find the Windwalker over here. He's right here. He goes there. I get 4 Eldritch tokens. They're going to go on this card here. Let's see here. When that monster is defeated, I get to solve this rumor. If there are no Eldritch tokens on this card, I lose 6 health. And I have 8, so hopefully I'm healthy if that happens. I spawn a clue token. It's going to be number Antarctica. And then I put the 4 tokens on this card, so that is it. It says, the weather grows worse. Snow and ice cover cities that have never seen such weather before in their history. So, with the appearance of the Windwalker, apparently the ice cometh. Okay. But nothing too bad happened here. So now I'm going to keep making my way to this. Oh, I don't have clue tokens. I have to go to the heart of Africa to get a clue token. Then I have to go to Antarctica to get another one because I have to spend 2 clues to put this here to solve this mystery. Well, it's okay. I had to go here anyway. It's not too big a deal. So I'm going to head south again, 1, 2, and start at the heart of Africa to work on this research encounter. So my start of my turn, 1, 2. I'm going to, well, I don't think I get that clue token yet. I have to read this. I'm in a wilderness hex, or space. A meteor exploded in the air, scattering a glowing green powder. I try to find a sufficient amount of the compound. I test my eyeballs -1, so I get to roll 1 whole die. It needs to be a 5 or a 6. It's neither of those. If I fail, I'm exposed to the terrible energy emanating from the substance. Lose 1 health. Okay. And there goes that. I think I just lose this clue token. Because it says if I pass, I gain the clue token. If I fail, lose 1. Oh well, I already pitched it back. It doesn't matter. I failed, and that's that. So, now moving on to the encounter phase, which if I'm in a location, resolve an encounter card based on their artwork. So there is no artwork there, so I have to take a generic one here. And I'm in a wilderness space, so I have to resolve another wilderness encounter. Find a primitive painting on the wall of a cave and decide to explore the depths that lie beyond. The dark passages create a terrible sense of claustrophobia. Test my will, -1 die, so I get 3 dice. Need a 5 or a 6. I get a 6 and a 5. If you pass, gain 1 artifact left by an ancient civilization. Okay, I will take that artifact by a civilization. These are the artifacts. I assume taking these artifacts are random. I I don't know that, and I didn't see it anywhere in the book, and I reread the rules again. So I got a grotesque statue. When I gain this from the deck, gain 5 clues. Mic drop. Game's over. I win. That's what it says. Once per round, I may spend 1 clue to prevent all sanity loss. No, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move my butt back up north and spend some of these clue tokens on defeating that monster. Boy, that was amazing. Wow. 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 Want to see what a grotesque statue looks like? They're so gross they can't even focus. Come on. What if I do that? What if I just cover the lens? There. Okay. One of the problems I'm having is because the camera's kind of facing the light. That might be it. I wonder if I should move the light to that corner and have it shine that away. Let's see what happens here. Sorry guys, I'm still trying to get this. That looks really good. Put it there. And see. No, let's see. Oh yeah. See? Mucho better. That's Spanish for much better. Okay, that was the encounter phase. Now the Mythos phase. Please, 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 no red. Oh, it did. Okay. An article on the back page of the newspaper catches my attention. An unexplained attack on a remote outpost left no survivors. I've read about the 2 other similar attacks happening in the same region. I can see that the forgotten corners of the globe are growing ever dangerous. So first thing is I advance the Doom. No, I advance the Omen track. That's this symbol. And when you advance it, you check for any gates that are open that matches the symbol. There's 1 gate, so I have to move this 1 space. Then I have to resolve all of the red fireball looking effects on cards. And I have one here. Test my brain, and if I fail, I have to flip that card over from the hallucinations that I'm having. And I failed, so I can spend a clue token to re-roll, but I'm just gonna see what happens to me with these hallucinations. In the past, I've barely been able to hear the whispering at the edge of my consciousness. Now that the voices are more audible, I can hear horrible demands they are making of me. Lose 1 sanity, then flip this card. So I'm going to slowly die of hallucinations if I don't deal with that at some point. Okay, that's this one. Was there any? Oh, yes. Discard 1 token if that red thing comes up. Remember, if this ever gets empty, I'm hosed, so I got to get my butt way up here. I'm way over in the heart of Africa. Holy smokes. So I need to go here on my next turn. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 turns from now to deal with him, and hopefully I can defeat him. I don't know what his stats are. So I'm on a big time crunch. Not having another friend is really hard in this game. And spawn a gate. So I have to do that. Next gate is Tokyo. Oh, good. Because I'll be traveling through Tokyo. It knew I would be. Maybe I'll go through Sydney instead. It spawns a Night Gaunt. That's a Night Gaunt. And then spawn 2 monsters on the active expedition space. So I get a star spawn. Active expedition space, by the way, is the pyramids because that's the one with the token. And not just a star spawn, but a color out of space. And it has a spawn effect. Notice the green symbol there. So when this monster is spawned, move it to Tunguska. Tunguska is up here. So at least they spread out. They don't just bash me right in the same spot. And that's the end of this Mythos card. That's some sad news. I'm going to move these. A lot of room here. This is just for 1 player. Piano. Okay. All of that happened. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to move 1, 2. and deal with it right now. That's my turn. I'm going to spend, as an encounter, on a space containing an Eldritch token, I may attempt to find information about Azeroth's true name. I may spend 2 clue tokens, spending them now, to put this on this card. If at the end of the Mythos phase this has this on it, I will solve this mystery, and I'll be 1/3 of the way to winning. And it is now. That was the encounter phase. I encountered that. Now it's the Mythos phase. First thing is advance the Omen track. Then monsters will surge out of any matching gate symbol. Then I spawn a clue token. Here we go. Advance the Omen track. It's a red symbol. There are no red gates on the board, so no monsters surge. Then a clue token gets spawned. Mix them up here. Grab one, and it is Space 17. That's where it just came from. But I have no time to mess with that now. I've got a monster to defeat. Resolve all. Oh, that symbol again. That basically going to make me test my mind. Oh my word. I'll go ahead and let you read it. Resolve the effects of all condition cards, treating all die rolls as ones. So in other words, automatically fail. So I lose another sanity. I have 2 left. Oops. 1, 2, and then 1, 2. I can still get there in 2 turns. But I think I better go to Shanghai and rest and get 1 sanity back. When I rest, I can roll 1 die, and on a 5 or 6, I get rid of that hallucination. Nope. Okay, encounter time. I'm going to encounter, and I will encounter Shanghai. What? What? I can't hear you.
Can you vote or Shanghai?
I moved. That's 1 action. And then I rested. That's 2 actions, unfortunately. So I'm going to take the purple specific card, and it says Shanghai. I break into a warehouse filled with ancient wonders and learn much by studying their contents. Improve my lore. I go from 1 to 2. I must remain silent and avoid being caught. Eyeball. 2 dice. I remain silent. I'm not caught. If I failed, I would gain a hallucinations condition. But I passed, so I don't gain that. Okay, we are on to the, that was the encounter phase. Now the Mythos phase. From bad to worse. Piece by piece, I'm falling apart. It's getting harder to successfully negotiate simple human interactions. My wounds won't stop bleeding. My hands won't stop shaking. First thing, I advance this. And now it's to the blue symbol. And there's 2 blue gates, so it goes to 12. Then I resolve all the red things. So first, test my brain. If I fail, flip the card. I failed, flip the card, I lose a sanity. I rested for, well, I didn't rest for nothing. I would have been worse off. Event. Each, this will be a quick game. We're going to play a second round here in a minute. Each investigator loses 1 health for each injury condition they have, and loses 1 sanity for each madness condition they have. So I lose another sanity. Now the good news here is actually I learned that I pick up another investigator if I die. And then I can go find this space and take his stuff or something like that. We'll look it up as soon as I die, and that'll be here quickly. But I am hopefully going to go put some damage on that guy before it happens. That was bad to worse. Yeah, that happened. Oh, I spawned another gate. I didn't do that. Istanbul. And it gets... Not your daddy. Oh no. It's your mummy. It has an effect. When it's spawned, move it to the pyramids. Okay. Let me give you a hand. All right. We're moving on from, that was the Mythos phase. We're moving on to my turn. 1, 2, doesn't help me. So 1, 2, and then shoot. What? Just say it.
Go up.
Yeah.
Go up to the top. And
Yeah.
then
It still doesn't get me there next turn.
get close.
Well, this one too.
Oh.
1, 2, and then next turn, 1, 2. Like either way, it's 2 turns from now to defeat that guy.
Next turn you end up down here.
Oh, that's Sydney. Oh yeah, I have it blocked off by the. And I forgot. I got to remove one of these tokens because the red thing came up again. I got to go up. 1, 2. Now.
That puts you here. You have to go up.
Oh, 1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Encounter phase. I have to encounter a generic city encounter. And it is, I make sure no one's watching before I sneak out of the shop with my stolen goods. I don't steal stuff. Test my eyeballs. Well, my tests have not been going well, so. Nope. 3 and a 1. If I fail, I get caught by them and I'm arrested and gained a detained condition. Good news. My character says I cannot gain a detained condition. So nothing happens for my failure. I learn nothing through my failures. Have you learned nothing through your failures? All right, Mythos phase. Great, he loses his last token. This moves to green. This moves up 1 because there's 1 Eldritch token on the green. That's Applesauce's ability. And then we spawn another gate. Sydney, which gets another monster. This is out of control. It's a cultist. It's a cultist. He has a spawn ability, but they're always written on the cultists are always serving the monster you're fighting. This is the easiest monster in the game, so it doesn't have any abilities, which I'm very, very glad they don't. Okay. The event. Each investigator rolls a die. On a 1 or 2. Moves to space 8 and becomes delayed. Well, only part of that's bad. I don't become delayed. The Bermuda Triangle was the event, but I move away from him. 1, 2 doesn't get me there. Oh, man. Oh, it's red anyway. So it's gone. When there are no Eldritch tokens on this card, I become delayed and lose 6 health. Then solve this rumor. Hey, it's solved. Look at there. Fantastic. I lose 6 health. All right. I'm alive. Oh, but this is solved. Take that, Windwalker. All right. It's the next turn. I'm going to go to Arkham and rest. That's my 2 actions. Not very fun, but very quick. A fortune teller in Independence Square warns me of dire events. I try to interpret her words, much like mine there a second ago. Test my lore. If I pass, I discern that I ultimately survive. Gain a blessed condition. All right. Let's see. I gain a blessed condition. If I fail, gain paranoia. Just waiting on the blessed condition, ladies and gentlemen. I will be blessed. Oh! And it was the end of the Mythos phase. I solved this, so there should be a new mystery out. This is 1 of 3 that I've solved. The new mystery is Seed of Demon Sultan. A strange green comet has fallen from the sky. Even after the impact, the meteorite continues to slowly burrow itself deeper into the earth. When this card enters play, place the mystery token on Tunguska. Now, it's funny because there's green goo on Tunguska, and they were just talking about this green thing from whatever. As an encounter, an investigator on Tunguska may attempt to search for signs of the impact in the dead forest with their eyeballs. If he passes, he discovers the strange green meteorite. He may spend 2 clues to place 1 Eldritch token on this card. And much like before, at the end of the Mythos phase, if it has an Eldritch token on it, I solve this mystery. Now, Blessed. 4s, 5s, and 6s count as success on my tests from now on. But when the red symbol shows up, I have to roll. On a 1 or 2, I lose the Bless. So, there's that. That was, what phase was that? Oh, that was me solving that, right? That was encounter phase, so now we're in the Mythos phase. Move the Doom track, or the Omen track, and the Doom track. Support of the Church. You hang your head in exhaustion and frustration. I jump suddenly when a hand rests on my shoulder. To my relief, I turn to find the local priest. Have faith, my child, he tells you. Your good works have not gone unseen. Your brave acts are making a difference. Event. Gain a blessed condition. I'll take another blessed condition. And this moves here. There are 1, 2 blue gates. 1, 2. So now I have a couple. In case I lose one, I'll have another. And then I spawn a... Oh, blue has monster surges, so each blue place spawns a monster. So the first one is a cultist. We know they have no ability. The second one is in your head. In your head. Okay. Then a clue token. It's going to be space 15. Phew! Okay, I'm alive. That's amazing. I'm wondering if I want to go deal with these cultists and skeletons and this gate to kind of buy us some time. So I'm thinking I'm going to rest to build up my strength and my sanity. Then deal with these monsters here. Here we go. I want to deal with the skeleton first, because I can pick them in any order. This is the encounter phase now. And since there are monsters here, I have to encounter them first. Once it's clear of monsters, I can then solve 1 encounter. So, we've got this. He has 2 mental and 1 damage. He has 2 toughness. If I defeat him during combat, I recover a sanity. Well, cool. Let's give it a shot. So first I have to test mental. My will is 4. So here goes. I succeed, but his mental is 2, and I only got 1 success. So I would take a mental damage, but I don't think I want to do that. I'm going to... Oh, first, I rested a second ago. I can see if I get rid of my hallucinations on a 5 or a 6. I don't. I'm going to be hallucinating this whole game. Hallucinating that I'm going to win. Do I want to lose a mental or a sanity to this skeleton? Sure, I'll recover it right after I beat him, so I'll lose the sanity. And now I fight him with 4 dice plus 2 is 6. So I get 6 dice minus his 2, though, so I get 4. And I deal damage equal to the successes I roll. Now the boon says that this is a success, so I'll deal 1 damage so far, and I won't take any. But I'm going to spend a clue token to re-roll one of these dice for a 4, 5, or 6. Spending another clue token. I'm tired of not getting this. I have to kill this guy. Got him. If I defeat him, I recover 1 sanity. That's why I had to beat him. So he's gone. Into the bag with you. Because now I have to face the cultist. He has 1 sanity only, and it says, after resolving the brain test, lose 1 health and defeat this monster. So first, I roll 4 dice for will. No successes? Why not? Spend my last clue token. Silly of me, but again, I can't just keep losing. All right, so I passed the brain test. I take no damage, no sanity damage. And it says after passing the mental test, I can then lose 1 health and defeat this monster. Oh, where is he? Here he is. Back in the bag. Make sure to shake it up because I don't want to see him again. I see why they have a monster cup now, because they don't really mix too well like that. Now that I've dealt with all the monsters, I can then dive into the underworld, or the yeah, isn't it the underworld? The other world? I don't know, but I get to pick one of these off the top and solve it. City of the Great Race. You hear the sound of a terrible gust of wind and listen carefully to determine the origin of the sound. I may spend 1 clue token that I don't have to resolve the pass effect. If you do not spend the clue token, resolve the fail effect. Bursting up through the opening in the floor, a flying polyp attacks. I roll my strength. If I pass, the grateful Yillians help me close the gate. If I fail, the encounter leaves me bruised and shaken. I lose 1 health and 1 sanity. Come on, just give me 1 success. That's a 3. This is a 3. This is a 3. And this is a 1. I cannot believe how bad I'm rolling right now. This is incredibly terrible. 1 health and 1 sanity. Both lost. And the gate stays open. So there's that. Okay, keep going. Mythos phase. Advance the omen track to red. There are no red gates. Is there? Yep, there is a red gate. This goes here. Resolve all of this, so I have to roll a die. And, oh no, I roll 4 dice. Test my will. I'm fine this time, so I don't have to flip the hallucinations and lose sanity. Any other? What? What about it? Oh, I have to, yeah. I'll test them in a minute. I want to see if there's anything else I have to test out here. This says roll a die on a 1 or 2, advance the doom by 1. He's done. Zombie says spawn the zombie horde epic monster in this space. Zombie horde epic monster. Here it is. That's cute. Okay, that happened. So, yep, cultist doesn't have any effects. I learned that. Okay, now I have to roll for each of my blessings. 1 or 2, I lose it. There's a 2. There's a 4. So I lose 1 of my blessings. Okay. Spawn a gate. San Francisco. It gets a monster. It's going to be the world. Hope you're getting all these song references today. If you're not, come back next week for more. All right. Event. Each investigator may do one of the following. Recover to... Oh, the world's fighting back. Across the globe, headlines announce terrors that threaten to engulf humanity. Individuals everywhere take action against these horrors and assist those who have already been fighting the Ancient One. I can recover 2 health, recover 2 sanity, or discard 1 monster from my space. I will recover 2 health. Because I need it. Okay. I think I'm going to rest, which gives me another health and another sanity. So I'm going to take a 3 health and make it 4, and 3 sanity. Rest, and then, when I rest, I can roll a die on a 5 or 6, get rid of the hallucinations. Nope, they stick around. What else do I want to do? I'm going to stay here because I want to close this gate. I'm going to gain should gain a railroad token or a boat token. Looks like a lot of railroads around here. I'm going to take a railroad token, a ticket. I only have 2 tickets on me. It can be 2 of the same or 1 of each, but I'm going to take a railroad ticket. Okay. Now it's the encounter phase. I'm going to encounter the next city of the Great Race again. Okay. I find others who, like me, have had their consciousness pulled into alien bodies from throughout time. I try to convince them to share that knowledge. Influence? Come on. 4, 5, or 6. She can't take it anymore. She's laughing at me. Do you hear the hallucinations? Do you hear the giggles in the background? Yeah, you do, don't you? That's not me. See, you can hear them while I'm talking, so you know it's not me. You now hear my hallucinations laughing. Why? Because those are 2 1s. I didn't even get enough if you added the 2 dice together to succeed on that check. Oh, it taunts me more. This game is amazing. I see why people love it and enjoy it so thoroughly. It is awesome. Okay, what does the failure do? I gain nothing from speaking to them. Just being around them sets me on edge. Yeah, it does. With that die roll, your mind might unhinge if I continue to push myself without resting. Gain a paranoia condition and lose 1 sanity unless I become delayed. Now, here's the deal. I can choose to become delayed by choice. I can't become delayed by force. But I'm going to gain the paranoia because why not? When I perform arrest, I can get this. Okay, so now I am paranoid and hallucinating. So the Whispers from Beyond asked me what the win condition for this is. I have to go there. I don't want to go there. So that's the encounter phase, so now it's the Mythos phase. Doom track moves. Oh, there's 2 blue gates, right? 1, 2. So this moves 2. Then a monster surge happens on all blue gates. Tokyo's not, like nobody's doing anything from Tokyo's going to be 3 monsters there. It's ridiculous. So Goat Spawn shows up first here at London. And then in Tokyo, we get, which monster is it? Why, it's that one. Okay. Then a clue token shows up somewhere. And a clue shows up in the Himalayas. Event. Lead investigator, me, may gain a dark pact condition to immediately solve 1 rumor in play. Well, there are none, so I will not do that. I see no rumors. That was that phase. I guess just leave the stupid thing open. Should I just go deal with that? Oh wait, I don't have clues. I have to spend 2 clue tokens to deal with that. If I get a train, oh, I can't get a train ticket there. I can move. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All I can do is move. And then solve an encounter here.
You have a train.
Nope.
You could have got to the green thing.
Move,
use your train, move.
Oh, move, take my train ticket, and then move to this clue? Okay. So in that case, I'm resolving this, and I'm on a city space. Doctors ask me to observe a trepanation. They pull away a piece of his skull, and I examine the brain. If I pass, I spot an insect-like creature. Gain this clue and 1 additional clue. Yeah, okay. I passed with a 4. Thank you, blessing. So I gain this clue and a 2nd clue. Then this is gone. Now it is the encounter phase. Oh no, that was the encounter phase. I encountered this card. Now it's the Mythos phase. Clue spawns on space 6. And space 7 gets a rumor. The stars aligned. A dozen unpleasant-looking strangers have settled into Panama with a large collection of astronomical reference books. There's something unique about this place and time that allows them to rip apart the fabric of reality. As an encounter, an investigator on space 7 may attempt to find these strangers based on their observations of the stars. If they pass, he convinces La Policia to remove these strangers. He may spend clues equal to half of the players in the game to solve this rumor. I mean, okay, I don't know why I would ever want to solve that rumor. But that's where it goes. Okay. That was the Mythos phase. Was very, very uneventful. I'm grateful for it. I gotta get some water, though. All these terrible rolls have got me thirsty. Don't mind the sound of Elder Ones in the background. I'm just cleaning up some water. Okay. My turn, because that was the Mythos phase. Going to go, man, I don't want to go to the Himalayas. It's out of my way. I'm going to go here and rest to gain another health and fill up on my sanity.
It's going to spawn this turn.
What's that?
It's going to spawn this turn, but I guess it doesn't affect you.
And then, encounter phase, the Great Hall of Saleno. The book I'm looking for is not on its proper shelf. I searched the surrounding area, but after long hours, I've lost the will to keep searching. Test willpower. 4 dice. Succeed. The tome was hidden at the back of the shelf. Opening it up, I find a series of handwritten instructions scrawled on the margin. You follow the instructions to the best of your understanding. Lore. If I pass, close this gate. So I roll 2 dice. I passed. Close this gate. This is not going to spawn. Woohoo. Finally did a thing. Breathing, because that was amazing. Now, Mythos phase. Bad stuff. This moves here. 1 green gate plus 1 token makes it move twice. Down to 3. Then red stuff happens. Star spawn moves at 1. Oh, roll a die. On a 1 or 2 it moves. Of course. The witch says each investigator who has a cursed condition loses 1 health. That's me. No, I only have madness. Whew, I'm not cursed. Take that, witch. The zombie horde says roll a die on 1 or 2, advance the doom by 1. Let's wake him up. What else are we doing around here? Night Haunt, what do you do? If there's an investigator on this space, move him and this monster. Otherwise, move this monster 2 spaces towards me. No, this is towards me also. I'm going to move him to the Himalayas. 1, 2. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. I would rather him in the Himalayas. Cultist doesn't do anything. I now roll for my first. Let's roll for my blessed. No, let's not roll for my blessed yet, because I want to use them here. My first madness, success. Where were those rolls earlier? Second madness, success. Now my blessed card, keep it. Anything else on this board with those red marks? Nope, that's pretty much it. Okay. I got away. Oh, now there's an event. Each investigator on a city space with a weapon possession tests their influence. If I fail, I discard a weapon and gain the detained condition, but I don't get detained. But I succeeded with that 6, so it doesn't matter. Whew, I really escaped with the skin of my escapeness. I have to fight the monster first. Those are the rules. I can't fight or use this token for... But anyway, I'm going. My turn. 1, 2. That's my turn. Now the encounter step. I'm going to encounter the color of outer space. Color out of space. Let's look at that. After resolving the will test, roll a die. On 5 or 6, defeat this monster. Interesting. Okay, well, let's just resolve the will test. I get 4 dice. And I'm totally fine because I matched his will of 2 with mine of 2. Now, after resolving this test, roll a die. On a 5 or 6, defeat this monster. 3. Okay, so now do I just try to roll 2 successes to hit him? I guess he has toughness of 2. I have 4, 5, 6 dice. 3 successes will kill him. So you go away. Now I can encounter this mystery by spending 2 clue tokens to place an Eldritch token on this card. At the end of the Mythos phase, which is going to happen right now, well, the Mythos phase is happening. The end of it's not happening right now. But at the end of the Mythos phase that is starting right now, I will solve this mystery and have 1 mystery to go to win the game, unless the Doom track moves, and then he'll awaken, and then I'll have to solve the final mystery. And it does. Okay. The Heart of Corruption. You compared the picture in the magazine to the drawing on the old tattered map. It was definitely a match. But what could be so valuable that it required so much secrecy? Why was that particular point on the map marked with blood? So first, it moves to blue. Second is a spawn surge happens on blue. So I got to pull out 2. And we have Paramore. More music references. Come on, get in there. Don't make my joke bad. It's already bad enough. And, okay, I've got nothing. That guy. Okay.
Does the Doom tracker move too? Because there was 2 blue.
Yeah, I'm not done. I got a lot to do. That happens because that's where they are. Spawn surge and this on number 20. This is going to go to 0, which awakens him. Oh. Guess I could have done that first. Let's read the line in bold. The world is devoured. Earthquakes and volcanic eruptions tear the Earth's crust apart at a rate faster than the devastation can be recorded or comprehended. As the planet's atmosphere grows increasingly toxic, the insects of Shagai return to their ships and teleport away, anxious to doom a different world. Eventually, when every living thing on the planet has been reduced to a cinder, a new outer god emerges from the ruins and joins Azathoth's court at the center of all things. This has been a Fantasy Flight production of Eldritch Horror. Not really a Fantasy Flight Productions, but, you know, the game was made by them, and I'm playing it, so here I am. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. How excitingly exciting. Some really bad die rolls totally changed the course of that game, because I was doing pretty well. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that I lived to see the loss. I feel like solo player needs to dial down the difficulty level, because I don't see it. Like, there's no scaling. If I had extra people on the board, we could split up and or even stick it out together and do more damage out on this field. We could be exploring more, getting more clue tokens. closing more gates. I mean, closing the gates would be incredible if we had somebody just doing that. I mean, I failed to close gates 2 times. That would have been, I guess, way less monsters. The closing the gates really slows down the doom track, though. If they're not there, then they can't. Then it doesn't move. So yeah, that's my thought there. So that's the game. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you all have a great evening. I'll probably be playing this again another one of these weeks in July. I really had a good time with it. I really want to get better at it, strategize better, find some loaded dice, and give it another shot. So thanks again, everybody, for watching, and we'll catch you at the next Boardroom Gamer meeting.